8 months na kami sa isla. And welcome back to the channel. Medyo matagal na kami nakapag-upload ng content dahil sobrang busy. Dami nangyayari. So much has happened. Meron pa nga kami mga content na hindi pa na-upload. At sana by this time napanood nyo na yung house tour of our old house. Ngayon nakalipat na nga kami. Hindi pa namin na-upload.
Bale, nakalahati na tayo dun sa binanggit natin before na 16 months lease natin dito sa Boracay. How has it been so far?
Well, bago sa lahat, yung mga bago lang dito sa channel, paki-like muna at subscribe. Tapos kung nagustuhan nyo yung content dito, you can explore the other content that we have in our playlist, lalo na yung our very famous and popular Forever Honeymooners playlist
Series.
Yes, yeah, so just share na rin. Because sharing is
caring. By the way, we're vlogging from the Crimson Spa and Resort in Boracay. Actually, we're here for 3 days, 2 nights. Thank you, Crimson, for providing us with this venue. And we really enjoy staying here. So, going back to my question, it's our 8th month. Kalahati nung 16 months lease na binanggit natin from the start. How has it been?
For me? Yun, parang yung 16 months gusto ko na extend.
Parang ako rin. Ayoko nang bumalik ng Manila.
8 months, it doesn't get old. Like we're here in Crimson and we show some screenshots of the beach. And whenever I walk on the beach, bring the kids, the boys to the beach, walk on the sand. Siyempre, mga times na nakakainis kasi mayroong mga driftwoods and may mga basurang dumarating pagkakabagat. Pero overall, parang sinasabi ko, why would I want to come back? I go back. I discovered that I'm not a city boy. I'm a probinsyano at heart pala. Beach boy, if you want to call it that. And I've been enjoying. I recently concluded the Project Author. I didn't even have to Project Author retreat and seminar. I didn't even have to prepare a single PowerPoint slide because I had the best PowerPoint presentation in God's creation. Yeah.
Amazing.
The beach, the sand, the sea. Biro mo, nag-rainbow pa during my habang nagtok-tok ako dun sa may beach front. How can you beat that? How can any PowerPoint beat that? Yeah. That's for me. Ikaw, how about you?
Ako naman, I'm really loving it here in the island. I mean, our life here is not like this, di ba? Manicured, na laging may cocktails, laging, you know, napaka ganda and luxurious ng surroundings natin, gaya dito sa Crimson. Most of the time, nandun lang tayo sa beach, sa ilalim ng puno ng buko, di ba, kumakain ng taho, naglalaro sa mga sand, habang yung mga anak natin nagtatampisaw sa may buhangin o di naman kayo umakit ng mga fisherman's boat, di ba? Pero overall, gusto ko talaga yung buhay isla kasi less stress at simple lang yung buhay. And most of all, syempre, bukod sa may time tayo with family, marami na akong mga nakilala dito sa isla na nakaka-minister tayo, nababahagi na natin ang salita ng Panginoon. And for me, it makes me feel significant knowing that I am making an impact in the life of others. And for all you know, di ba, yung isang encounter natin, nagpapray natin sila, dala-dala nila yon hanggang magbago yung buhay nila pag nakilala nila ng tuluyan ng Panginoon. Pero hindi lang yun kumbaga yung surroundings dito sa isla makes it very conducive to raise a family. We're blessed na in the season nakahanap tayo ng magandang school for Joshua. Tapos yung dalawang maliliit naman, hino-homeschool ko Montessori style sa bahay. And it's working so far. Okay na ako dito.
But don't you miss the hustle and bustle, the busyness of having taping, shootings?
No, not
like
much.
700, di ba?
Not much. Nakakabalik naman ako dun di ba? Pag every month naman
taping ka pa rin,
I just fly in for tapings or pag meron tayong mga talks, di ba? We fly back to Manila. So
like the next 4 weeks yata, almost every week.
So it's really
so So doable pa na.
It's very, very doable. May work pa tayo dito dahil minsan may mga conference on the island. Nakuha tayo.
Hosting.
Sa hosting, sa speaking. And thank God, God always provides.
Pero meron ka pang hindi na-mention na I wanna ask you about. Maybe they don't even know. I don't know. Ayan, nag-post ka about you going one day to the PTA. Tapos nahalal kang presidente, Madam President ng PTA. Ngayon, next day, nahalal ka na chairperson ng Malay PTA.
PTA Federation.
Yeah. So, Madam Chairman, President, pakalita naman.
Yun na, dun nga sa mga post ko sa IG at sa Facebook, no, nakakatuwa talaga si Lord. Kasi nahalal ka bilang presidente ng PTA class. Tapos, pagdating dun sa buong school, ni-nominate siya, pinasa niya sa akin ng nomination. So, ako ngayon ang nanalo by virtue of popularity, I guess, di ba? Nanalo ako bilang PTA president ng school.
Popularity, but I guess your reputation as a person of hindi lang beauty, but with a heart.
Nax, parang PA words
na nga pala.
Yeah, so, tapos, at the end of the election day, nilapitan ako ng principal. Sabi niya, ma'am, congratulations po for winning PTA president. So, lubos-lubusin na po natin. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., punta po tayo sa Katiklan. Imi-meet po natin yung DepEd District Supervisor ng buong Malay. Okay, sige, di ang aga. The next day, na-meet namin yung bukod sa District Supervisor, pati lahat ng mga PTA presidents ng mga schools, 16 public schools and 9 private schools were in attendance along with their school principals. And after listening to the district supervisor about the issues of children in Malay, nagkaroon kami ng election. Ayun na nga po. Malay. And yun na nga po, nanalo naman po tayo ulit bilang president. I mean, for me, it's a privilege na nabigyan ng ganitong pagkakataon to serve the children of Malay and represent them, di ba? Sabi nga ng mga co-officers ko, ako daw po ay pwedeng maging ambassadress. Pero the whole time lang talaga tinatanong ko kay Lord, Lord, give me wisdom. Kasi ikaw lang naman talaga ang nakakaalam kung anong tunay na pangangailangan and solutions na kailangan sa mga problema ng mga kabataan dito. Give me wisdom and please give this team, di ba, the heart para serbisyon ang mga kabataan. Kasi kailan lang yung pagkakataon, di ba? Ilan lang ang nabibigyan ng pagkakataon to represent and be a voice for the children. So, ayun, so sa tulong ng mga fellow board of directors ko, hello po sa inyo. Yan, sama-sama po kami magsaserbisyo para sa mga kabataan ng Malay. Okay.
So, what was going, you mentioned what was going through your mind, you're praying to God. Now, hindi ka lang principal sa bahay. Principal ka na ng buong Malay. So, ano yung mga programang inisip mong things that, what were the concerns, diba? Parang hindi mention the concerns.
Yeah, so si DepEd District Supervisor Jesse Flores mentioned during his speech that there is a concern among students coming out of the pandemic. Kasi syempre, hindi sila nakapuntang school, yung ilan sa kanila, hindi maaring walang gadgets or maaring hindi sila napatnubayan ng maayos sa kanilang mga modular classes, diba? Or ill-equipped. There is a concern among students or learners going back to school face-to-face kasi only 20 to 30% of them are grade ready. Ibig sabihin, kung yung bata papasok ng grade 1, yung literacy niya, hindi pa siya handa para dun sa grade 1 level. So 20 to 30% lang ang grade ready. And
so 70% of the population
are not grade ready.
7 out of 10 families.
Maaring kasi yung mga magulang, maaring busy sila, diba, na to try to recover or bumalik sa trabaho, tapos yung mga bata naiiwan nasa gadgets, or maaring hindi lang nila alam na meron palang mga negative effects ang gadget overexposure sa mga kabataan and their immature brains, diba? So,
hindi nila alam na may limit pala.
Oo, na meron talagang limitation, prescribed exposure per age. So, maaring ganun din. So, imbis na nag-aaral sila, nanonood lang sila ng kung ano mapapanood nila sa gadget or or games, di ba? So, imbis na hindi sila makakapag-aral. Kaya, ganun, medyo merong lag. Bukod doon, nakataas din ang teenage pregnancy. And also mental health issues kasi nga syempre, just coming out of the pandemic, may social anxiety ng mga kabataan, masyadong na lockdown, or hindi sila masyadong na properly guided, wala sila mga kalaro, maaari. So yun.
Highest time sa teenage pregnancy sa Philippines, overall in Southeast Asia or Asia. And also for depression. So hindi lang dito sa Malay, it's all over the Philippines.
Yes. So bilang chairman, magpupulong-pulong kami ng fellow officers and board of directors and maybe put our minds together to find solutions to these issues. So sana po yung mga naging exposure ko sa aking pagbabasa, sa courses na itinake ko para maturuan yung mga kabataan, and also collaborating with the fellow minds, experienced minds of my fellow board of directors and officers, ay makahanap kami ng mga solusyon. And between Sir Jesse Flores and myself, we're already thinking na baka we could invite people that I know from Manila who are education experts, mental health experts, family parenting experts, possibly to come over to Manila and give training, seminars sa mga parents and teachers to educate them also on how to properly manage their kids' developmental needs.
Habang nagsispeech ka, parang nasa forum tayo ng sanggunian Parang
ano ka ba?
Tinatanong na nga ng iba, kamusta yung paglipat sa Malacanang?
Ano ba? Sa bagong bahay natin.
Parang sinasabi na, next step niya, SD daw, sanggunian.
Ay nako, wala, hindi ko pa iniisip yan. Para sa akin, lang talaga, serbisyong pangkabataan.
Pero bagay din sa'yo, the way you speak, your heart of service, genuine concern, hindi ka naman nag-aabot ng political position. Yan yung mga ginagamit ang Diyos Esther for such a time like this.
Wow. Wow, of course, it's a privilege and a responsibility. So, bahala na si Lord.
The first gentleman.
Bahala na si Lord ang mag-guide sa atin.
So, kamusta naman? How's being a mother at 46 of a teenager, a toddler, and an infant? 14, 3 and a half, diba? 3
and a half, tsaka 15 months old. Siyempre, may challenges ang bawat level of development. Diba? Yung isa teenager, medyo naghahanap ng identity, may struggle when it comes to uprooting and moving houses. Yung isa namang toddler, siyempre, meron diyang mga social skills na kailangan i-develop. Yung isa namang 15-month-old, siyempre, very portable yan. Ang challenge dyan sa magkapatid na yan kung paano sila hindi magsasakitan, di ba? And to learn how to play together. May kanya-kanyang mga challenges, pero overall, it's really joyful. I'm really enjoying being a parent, especially a mother. I am enjoying spending one-on-one time with each of my children and finding ways to educate them according to their developmental needs and also shepherd their hearts for the Lord. Ikaw naman, kamusta naman
I wanted to ask you, as a wife naman, how would you rate your relationship with your husband?
Ay, syempre naman,
Since we moved to the island.
Syempre naman, hindi ko sinabing 10 kasi syempre, of course, there's always room for improvement. Pero, ano naman i-complain ko, perfect for me naman itong husband ko. Na laging binibigyan naman ng panahon. So, I'm always there.
Enjoy kasi past week, nakatatlong days na tayo. Nag-Giuseppe's tayo. Tapos nag-feed out the next day.
Tapos ngayon, may
Sana sa Crimson. 3 days, 2 nights. Sarap. Baka may sumunod daw.
Ako.
Meron akong yung mga kaklase ko sa
Ikakwento mo
dorm.
talaga yan.
May pustahan sila na nung lumipat kami dito ng Boracay sa ni Jordan, yung kaibigan ko, nag-pray siya ng wager sa mga batchmates namin na sa Ateneo dorm sa Serving. But dating down ng October, buntis na raw si Miriam.
Aba.
So may test na tigo 1,000. October na. So sinisingal ko na sila. Sabi hindi, kasi pregnant by October. So dapat yung pregnancy test by November kasi malay mo, nabuntis siya during October.
Sabi nila yon.
Oo, sabi ni Jordan.
By the way, this is Virgin Cosmopolitan.
Pero hindi siya virgin. I like a virgin.
Feeling lang, feeling.
Ganda lang ang dalaga to.
Thank you, Lord. Ikaw naman, bilang isang asawa.
What do you want to ask me?
Bilang isang asawa, tatay, kamusta naman? Lining mo na island. Tapos ngayon,
Actually, even before Boracay, happy na ako. So, the place actually brought out even more the best in our relationship. Enjoy na rin ako sa mga bata even before Boracay. Kasi nga, happiness naman is, I mean, they say happiness is dependent on happenings in place. But in the Bible, they use blessed are. And in the same way, they use happy are those. The same way. I'm talking about the joy of being here with you. And if you were any place else, I would still be joyful. Happy. At kataon lang, dito tayo nilagay ng Panginoon. There's a reason why He placed us here or called us to Boracay. Kasi wala nga si isip ko yun. No? Sinabi niya sa akin, oh, you don't have to stay in the city. Pray ako. Lord, saan ko ba pwede yung pamilya ko? What environment can I provide them so that they can flourish, so that they can be happy? This was kasagsagan ng Omicron, like stage or wave 2 or 3. I was really looking for a place. And really God brought us here. Perfect timing talaga ng Lord. So having said that, still, I love it here. And I love how this place has enhanced our relationship. Like here, kung nasa Manila naman tayo, ang hirap naman basta-basta lumagga ng punta ng beach. And I love the spontaneity of how we go out on dates. O di ka, walk tayo sa beach, o tara, date tayo. Tapos 5 minutes, nandun na tayo. We got an e-bike. Feeling ko ako si Tom Cruise. Nagpunta ako ng shades. So we go on dates, naka-e-bike lang. Since we've been here, hindi pa ako nakakabili ng gasolina.
Wala naman kasi paglalagyan. Wala tayong sasakyan bukod sa e-bike.
Oo, hindi kailangan ng sasakyan. I mean, hindi kailangan ng kotse dito. If ever we had, saan natin gawin dito?
Saan natin ipapark? Wala tayong lugar.
And it's so easy to hire naman. If ever we need either e-trike or a van. Pero, in terms of my relationship with you, enjoy ako. I enjoy every moment that I wake up in the morning, seeing you, tapos sa
The
city.
moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup,
I don't put on makeup, I put on sunscreen. Sometimes.
I say a little
Parang ang
for
itim dito.
you. Oo, diba? Island na island na yung kulay natin. Hindi, tsaka nagiging harsh na din yung araw.
Sa filter na. And then with the kids, I spend so much time. Sometimes the whole morning, most of the time the whole morning, I bring Josh to school at 7, 7:30. Recently, gusto niya, before 7, nandun siya sa school. So, it takes 3 minutes to drive him with the e-bike. I get to talk to him a little, and after that, I spend quiet time. Daan ako sa Bulabog Beach, or sa Front Beach, sa BC, Villa Camelia, Kainila. Pray with the Bible, and then balik na ako, 8 o'clock, nandun na si Ziki, nasa beach, sasamahan ko siya. Nasa kit-kit niya sa beach, ang sarap-sarap niyang laro. Alam mo yun, para instead of the usual commute, you're stuck in traffic. Yun ang ginagawa ko. Tapos uwi ako, pag hindi sumama si Elijah sa beach, abuta pa siya sa bahay, he's with you, or he's playing, and then hayaan ko siya sa pool. Tapos sabay, swimming naman, hanggang 11 na yan, 10, 11. And then you take over, and you do your loud reading, your play, your Montessori, tutulog na si Ziki, then you have lunch, and then magdanap na yung dalawa. And that's the only time I really get to sit down and answer emails or work or pay bills or whatever things I need to do. And then another cycle of with the kids ng afternoon, pag-iising nila, swimming ulit, outside time, or go out. So simple life lang, and then dinner, and then patulog, and then we have time together. Sometimes we go out once, twice, 3 times a week on dates. Meron din dito, may sinihan din naman dito. May City Mall. Nakakanood din ng Top Gun, na Bullet Train. Diba? So, it has, in a sense, best, I mean, Boracay is like provincial, and it still has the trappings of
an urban.
It has a simple mall. Although Joshua says it's nothing compared to Horseshoe Rockwell and Greenbelt and SM.
Of course.
Pero for me, it's basic enough. Supermarket, hardware store, similar.
Pharmacy.
And then yun, I showed you kanina, di ba, nakaka 12,000 steps ako a day, 14,000 steps, 10,000 steps. Feeling ko, pinapahaba rin ni Lord yung buhay natin.
Yes.
Health-wise. Kasi, biro mo, 56 na ako, magsi-senior citizen ako in 4 years, and our youngest will be 4 years old. Yung mga batchmate ko,
para ka lang si Dolphy, or si Liam na may maliit pa.
So, tanong ko naman sa'yo, have the experience. Recently, in 2.5 weeks ago, we started our house fellowship, CCF Boracay House Fellowship. Kakalipat lang natin, October 1, September 30, October 1, and then biglang October 2, House Fellowship. How was that experience for you?
Syempre, towards the end of September, yun yung mga araw na naglilipat tayo. Buti na lang next door lang, Kaya pag may nalimutan tayo, tatawid lang tayo, tapos aatin natin. So, yun lang yung mga yung mga ngarag, kasi nga, nagmamadali tayo to catch the Sunday House Fellowship. And in fact, no October 1 pa lang, alas 3 na ako ng madaling araw na tulog ng October 2. Kasi gusto ko nga lahat na in order siya to accommodate our guests the next day. Pero yung araw mismo ng house fellowship natin, syempre hindi pa natin natetest yung TV, hindi natin na-test yung sound system, diba? Buti na lang may nagbagandang loob na nagpahiram ng kanyang sound system, kaya nakapag-lead tayo ng live worship. And tapos hindi pa tumakbo yung TV, kaya hindi natin ma-play yung yung preaching ni Pastor Peter. Tapos you're the one who ended up sharing the word. So alam mo, para sa akin, pagod siya yung mga previous days, pero yung araw ng Sunday na nakapag-house fellowship tayo, para sa akin sulit na sulit yung pagod. Dahil naayos natin lahat para sa Panginoon. Hindi naman kailangan perfecto, diba? Pero nandun yung worship, nandun yung word, nandun yung presensya ng Panginoon, at amongst our fellow believers and like-minded people, napag-usapan natin yung kabutihan at faithfulness ng Panginoon. So, for me, it was really fulfilling to have started that house fellowship. Kasi para sa akin, para yung organizing an event like that for the Lord is, parang, wow, that's the height of the week.
Every Sunday na yan.
Oo, every Sunday na.
Pero, what you said, ganda yung perfect in God's timing, and we didn't wait kasi it would have been easy for us to say, kakalipat lang natin, move na lang natin another week, another 2 weeks. And I shared with my students, my mentees who are writing books, I quoted King Solomon in Ecclesiastes when he said, if you wait for perfect conditions, you won't get anything done. So to encourage others who are thinking of starting something good, that project, you know, sometimes we really just have to go out and in faith step out of the boat and just walk. Pero just take that step of faith and walk on the water and trust that God, Jesus will hold your hand and walk you through it na hindi ka lulubog. So kasi hindi pa nga tayo handa talaga, hindi natin na testing, but we just went out and took that leap of faith and obeyed. Said, sige, starting October, we'll do it. And that's what I want to encourage those who are thinking of starting a project. Kasi there's nothing perfect except God Himself and His Word and His timing. We are imperfect, but God is the only one who's perfect. So we need our imperfect selves, we need to trust in a perfect God to do anything. Sabi ni Jesus, diba, without me, we cannot do anything. I am the vine and you are the branches. So, abide. Any message, Ashley?
Okay, so next question. What's coming up for the next 8 months?
Well, sabi ni Lord, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's God's purpose that we will. So, honestly, I'm not planning. The only thing I'm keeping in mind is, okay, saan nga pa tayo starting next year, June, or kasi contracted dati. Actually, hanggang September na lang tayo. So, na-extend ng 2 more months. September 2023. And what's up in between that? So, I don't mind if it's more of the same. Hindi ako nagsasawa sa Isla Life, traveling to Manila to do some engagements. This month, we're going to Manila for ICM, fundraising ball where you're going to host. And then I'm excited also for our God is Able project na magtatandem tayo as a host for a documentary series for God is Able.
Ma-preempt.
Ma-preempt pa. Preview. What ang labas na?
Preview. Okay.
Ikaw, what are you excited about?
Well, I'm excited about preparing for Elijah's preschool because I am starting a preschool curriculum for him that hopefully we will roll out in this preschool school year. And then also working with the Malay PTA Federation on how we can better serve the children of Malay, the learners of Malay. And then, ano pa ba? House fellowship, Bible study, more of the same.
So if you find yourself in Boracay on a Sunday weekend, you're looking for a church fellowship to attend or be part of, and you want, it's different, it's intimate, and then afterwards we have house lunch fellowship, Patless, and then the children also have Sunday swim school, so they have Bible lessons in the pool and games. So ibang klase, masaya. We're about 15, 20, 25 people at one time.
Maximum 30.
Yeah. So
You're
just
welcome.
PM
Message
us.
us.
Message us if you want to attend, and we will welcome you. Yeah. We'll PM you the address if you want to attend.
Oh yeah. So there you have it. That's sneak peek of that's what
review.
That's a review of the first 8 months.
8 months
Here in Boracay, and a sneak peek of the next 8 months.
Wow.
So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Kiki boy. God bless. And Jaja boy. Be careful. Yay.